Are we all sitting comfortably? Then I'll begin. Steampunk Jedi.
They've murdered miners.
Mike Bell, big and interesting. PG show.
They came like a bolt out of the blue to discuss everything in geekdom. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the attack of the 50-foot nerds.
Hello. Welcome to episode 75 of the Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds podcast. My name is Mike Bell, and joining me on this very special episode is my co-host,
The Owl Lady.
the Owl Lady. Why are you the Owl Lady?
Because I can't sleep at night.
Oh. Who said that? Who? It's
There's one of us, I don't know who, but there's one of us that's been possessed by an owl.
Okay. Well, do you want to say your actual name?
Yeah, Amara.
Hello, yes. Right, so as I say, we are the 50-Foot Nerds podcast. You can catch us here every month. We're usually here of a Sunday evening, last Sunday of the month.
With like one or two people here.
No. We usually get a good crowd.
Usually more.
Yeah, but yeah, we normally do shows that are more, should we say, adult in nature. But we're going to go PG today because, you know, families are in.
Which means I'm allowed one sweat.
No, you're not. No.
I know, it's fine. I'm not going to. I realised anyway that I was getting that wrong because that's technically a 12 in this country, isn't it?
Yes, it is, yes.
So I can just make mildly suggestive themes.
Innuendo.
Innuendos.
Yes. So since we were last here at the end of March, we've been a bit busy.
Yes.
Yeah. So we, for the Attack of the 50-Foot Nerds, we attended the Manchester Anime and Gaming Con, and we did a show there, which was
awesome.
good fun.
I bet that was fun. I wasn't there again.
No, you should have been though. Damn you.
Yeah.
But
It's
next time.
because of work.
Yeah, well, it was a good show, and if people weren't there, they can always check it out on our podcast feed, which you can find over on like Apple Podcasts, Google, Spotify, all the good places. Even ask your Alexa, she'll play it for you. I was also busy, as has been mentioned on the show recently. I wrote a play, and that's going to be on in Liverpool. The first 3 nights of it sold out.
That's
so
pretty
they
cool.
added an additional night, which has only got about 20 tickets left. So and it's an 80-seater venue, so I'm very happy.
That
Potentially
is very
4
good.
nights of my show. And I was also on Radio 2 last week, believe it or
Radio
not.
2?
BBC Radio 2, yes. I was on the OJ Borge show, which starts at midnight. So it was midnight Thursday night, early hours Friday morning. I was their host for the Midnight Mastermind section.
Cool.
Where the host doesn't know who's coming on, doesn't know what he's going to be talking about, but someone comes on and he says, okay, my specialist subject is X, and you have the length of 1 song to do your research. Come back and I'll ask you some questions. So my specialist subject was on the 1984 Marvel Comics miniseries, Secret Wars.
Fair enough.
Yes. And,
quite relevant.
Yes. Well, I thought, you know what? I thought it's easy enough to look up if you know what you're looking for, because obviously also there's Secret Wars from 2015.
Yeah.
There's the movie Secret Wars, which will be coming out in a couple of years'
Yep.
time. The Secret War, which was another miniseries. So, yeah, I thought as long as he looks up the right one, he should be able to get my answers, and he didn't. I got all 3 questions over him, so yeah.
Like, is that the point where he's like, okay, I need to do my research. Let's see. I will play 2112 by Rush. Like, just to try and get more time.
Well, I had The Best Things in Life Are Free by, was it Janet Jackson and Luther Vandross?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Which is fun. And a friend of the show, Josh, from Movie Timelines, he was on just a few days ago.
Oh, cool.
Talking about the Halloween franchise timeline.
Nice.
And his song was Cliff Richard's It's So Funny, Now We Don't Talk Anymore.
Okay.
He had that for some reason. So, yeah, that was a bit of an odd one. But so that's what I've been up to. What have you been up to?
So, I've been working and life update. You know how last podcast I was talking about how Grandma fell over and broke a hip.
Oh God. Oh God, where's this heading?
So basically, what happened? We're quite annoyed. Is that she was supposed to come home, right?
Right.
And then because the hospital kept not putting her slippers on, she fell over and broke her other hip. So apparently she's collecting the set, right?
To be fair, how many more she got?
Yeah. I'd be worried if she broke a third hip.
That would be, yeah.
Yeah. She's just like, I'm fed up, I'm breaking the nurses.
I'm a centaur. I've got more to go.
Did I ever tell you that my grandma was a spider-gram? She doesn't have any special powers, she's just got 8 legs.
She fell over because she wasn't wearing the horseshoes.
Yeah,
she
but no,
threw a
she
shoe.
did. Luckily, though, and then some other stuff happened, which we were annoyed about. But luckily, she's coming home on Wednesday.
Hooray!
So we've got everything sorted at the house.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which I'm quite looking forward to because it's been weird not having grandma around in the
I
house.
can imagine. You walking around the house flaunting your hips while you can. Dancing to Shakira all over the place. So. That's all we've been up to. We're going to move on now to the news section of the podcast. And I can't play the Sounders because I haven't got the wire. I left it in Manchester.
Hold on, where's my kazoo? I can do it live.
All right. Impromptu Sounders. Impromptu.
Here it is.
Okay, so let's start with the news section. News. Right, okay.
We're going old school.
We are. Okay, so we're going to start with the headline, which is big news this month, but I don't really want to spend too much time in talking about it. Thank you, Swag. Swag, for those on audio, Swag the hip-hop gnome has just joined us.
Yep.
Okay, so Harry Potter is to be rebooted on television.
Boo.
Okay, that's why I'm trying to just go past it for you, okay? So Warner Brothers have recently announced that their streaming service, which was originally once known as HBO Go, which then became HBO Max, is now going to be called Max. Someone gets paid to come up with these names.
Like Mighty Max.
Possibly. I don't
I'm
know
only
if
going
there's
to pay for it if they show the Mighty Max cartoon.
If there's some kind of wizard
chicken
in charge of HBO, then that would make sense.
Do you remember the Mighty Max cartoon?
Yeah, that's why I've just mentioned the wizard chicken, dude. Yeah,
fair point. I'm just saying, like the main thing that I remember is it was Polly Pocket for little boys.
Yeah.
Polly Pocket, but like it's monsters.
Yeah, with skulls and things instead of makeup.
Houses. Yeah.
So, as part of this Max relaunch, they announced that the Harry Potter will be coming to TV in a decade-long series order. Now, whether that's 10 seasons or whether it's doing that thing where TV shows now, they'll do a season, take about 18 months to make the next one and go on. I don't know. So we're either getting 10 years worth of it or 7 seasons spread over 10 years.
Yeah.
But basically, each book is going to be spread over the length of a season, which means that they won't have to cut out as much. So hopefully Peeves will finally be on screen. Sadly, he won't be played by Rick Mail, though.
No.
The She Who Will Not Be Named is on board as an executive producer, as well as David Heyman, who directed most of the Potter and Fantastic Beasts movies. So it should have a similar visual aesthetic, I would have thought.
Well,
they played the John Williams theme as part of the announcement.
Okay.
They showed the logo as part of that announcement. But that logo is the logo of the book series as well, so fingers crossed it should cross over. But yeah, new musical accompaniment, I would imagine. But they
Fair
just
enough.
had that for the familiarity of it.
Yeah. I'm presuming that one of the reasons that she was so willing to do it was the fact that she lost about 78% of her revenue recently.
She's not too bothered. I don't know if you've seen, but she was talking about people are saying, "Oh, well, I'm not going to watch this," and she was just like, "Yeah, well, people said they were going to boycott me game, but that's all massive numbers, so I'm not bothered."
Yeah.
So, it is what it is. People are going to watch it. People are going to play it. People are going to do whatever they want to do.
Because they don't care about trans people.
You don't have to agree with things, but you can't stop them from having them. Okay, so moving on to another subject that I really don't want to spend too much time talking about, given the fact that it's supposed to be a light and entertaining show. But the movie director Kevin Smith has announced earlier this week that he disappeared for a month from the internet because he was in a mental health facility. He had what he calls as a break from reality, where he kind of questioned his own existence and thought, I need to get this looked at. And from there, he's talked about some traumas that he's had in his past. He's reevaluated life, and he's Realised that he's got codependency issues, so he's now in Codependence Anonymous, and which is an odd thing to say when you're announcing it, that you're in it.
Yeah.
But thankfully, professionals were able to give him the help that he needs. So I just want to say that if anyone is suffering from any mental health issues, the help is there. I know it's a cliche to say all you got to do is reach out and talk to someone, but please reach out and talk to someone.
And if you know someone who may be having a crisis, reach out to them as well.
Yes,
it's not just on the ill
thank you
person.
very much.
Thank you.
Okay.
We've been given water.
Oh no! Ooh. Where's my tea? No.
Doug, where's my tea?
Okay, now on to the happy news. Let's get going. Okay, so it's time to wake up the Force again. It went back to sleep.
The Force?
The Force. Star Wars Celebration was this month.
Oh, no, wait, that's Casualty. I was trying to do the Bill theme.
I thought you were going to do another one, Bites the Dust.
No, I was going to try and do the Bill, and then I realised I'm singing Casualty.
There we go. God, I'm old. I remember the Bill theme tune.
Beat cop show, but with Jedi.
Talking about being old, did you listen back to the Manchester show?
No, not yet. I need to.
God,
I'm
it's
going
literally
to
just an hour of me and Paul saying how old we are.
Yeah. Oh,
Isn't it?
you're going.
Yeah.
Remember VHS? I remember
yes,
VHS.
That's literally what we do at one point.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Star Wars Celebration was this month, and alongside trailers being shown for Ahsoka and other TV-based properties, Kathleen Kennedy announced 3 new cinematic adventures in that galaxy far, far away. The first is set post Rise of Skywalker, with Daisy Ridley due to return as Rey, and John Boyega is in talks to return as Finn as well, which hopefully they'll follow up on that tease that they had in the movie, where Finn may be force sensitive.
Yes. Also...
Yes.
If Poe Dameron doesn't show up and they're not in a relationship, I will riot.
Well,
because that was clearly, obviously signposted.
Well, yeah, they also had that thing though where Finn fancied that girl who may or may not be Lando's daughter, the one on the horse on the spaceship, because that's how things work. The
Everyone's
second
polyamorous in space.
Well, yeah, true.
Sorted.
Yeah. The next movie will be a crossover movie from Dave Filoni, who will bring
Star Wars versus Star Trek.
I would watch that.
Yeah.
I'm not going to lie. I want to see Worf fighting Chewbacca. Yeah. Data versus C-3PO.
Yeah.
In a logic battle.
Riker versus Han.
I thought you said Rickard.
I did originally. And
that
then
was my
I was
old
like,
history teacher, Mr. Rickards. So
no.
Mr. Rickards versus...
Your history
versus
teacher.
Princess Leia.
Because he's like, no, this isn't a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. I know history.
Anyway, so Dave Filoni's movie will tie together the Mandalorian...
I'll beat you with my knowledge of the Civil War.
The Mandalorian, Ahsoka, potentially The Acolyte, which is the TV series about people turning to the dark side, and Skeleton Crew, which is a new one that's coming out as well.
About pirates.
So it's basically, it sounds like it's going to be, do you remember when Netflix did all their Marvel TV series?
Yeah.
And they went, oh, here's Daredevil, and here's the Iron Fist, and here's Jessica, and then he went, yeah, we're going to do the Defenders as a TV series. Well, it sounds like Dave Filoni's gone, okay, so I've done Clone Wars, I've done Rebels, now I've done Mandalorian, I'm doing Ahsoka. So here's all of these people all in a movie instead of a TV series.
Yeah.
Which may work to its detriment, I think, because if you haven't been watching the TV series, you ain't going to know who Mando is. You may not even know who Ahsoka is.
Yeah,
so,
fair point.
But Baby Grogu, Baby Yoda, you know.
Baby Yoda.
And the third and final movie, which is... I like this. I
misread that, and I thought it said that the third movie was Indiana Jones. I was like, what kind of crossover is this?
Well, there is an Indiana Jones crossover where he finds the Millennium Falcon buried on Earth, and the skeletons of Han Solo and Chewbacca are in it.
Wait, what?
Yes, that's an actual comic that exists. You can check it out.
Fair enough.
The final movie is from director James Mangold, who directed the Logan movie. He's also directing the new Indiana Jones movie.
Right, that's why
it's in there.
Yep.
And it's going to be all about the origins of the Jedi, the first person to use the Force, and it's going to be set long before the High Republic era. So, what are we thinking? I think that's going to be the one that brings people in the most.
I think so as well. Just having that like origin thing, just to be like. Although it does question like how. Like where it's going to start, like whether it's a case of like.
Well, it's an even longer time ago in a galaxy far, far away.
Yeah, even longer time.
Mr. Rickards is like, no, it isn't.
Yeah.
How dare you? I know history. I've got books that go all the way back to 1902.
So, the first Jedi was in the Industrial Age, right?
Steampunk Jedi.
Yeah.
Yes, let's have it.
This first Jedi has clearly heard of the works of Isambard Kingdom Brunel.
Maybe Isambard Kingdom Brunel was a Jedi.
Maybe. That's how he made the tunnels.
You will build the Clifton Suspension Bridge. If we're making up movies, why don't we pitch John Hollywood on a Star Wars movie?
I was gonna
pitch a movie. It's me, John Hollywood. Aha.
As a side thing, I was gonna ask. I don't remember when John Hollywood became a thing.
John Hollywood is a thing. He's always been a thing. That's Mr. Rickards. He knows history.
Enough. Right. So I've got two ideas for films. Right.
Okay. Yeah.
Right. So the first one, if we're bringing characters back,
yes.
we'll have Luke and Leia, right?
I like it. Legacy characters. Let's go. Although one of them is dead, so you're gonna struggle there.
Yeah. So it's Luke and Leia, but they're younger, right? So we can have them played by other people.
Okay.
Right. So Luke is having problems because he's been abandoned by his parents, right?
He was abandoned by his parents a long, long time ago.
Yeah.
That's Mr. Rickards.
Uh-huh. But then he finds out, because Leia is talking about how she really loves her parents, right?
Harsh.
Yeah. And then shows Luke a picture of her parents, and it turns out it's the same parents that ran away.
It's Martha and Jonathan Kent. Not Jonathan Kent. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
I couldn't remember Bruce Wayne's dad. Thomas Wayne.
Yeah.
Yes.
Martha and Thomas Wayne. And Luke and Leia's parents.
Travelled back inside to a galaxy far, far away.
That's how much they hated Bruce. They time traveled to get away from him.
This Flash movie's going to really traumatize Michael Keaton.
But then, so the other idea was, it's going to be like a sort of a spin-off, more right? And I'm thinking going anime style, so it's like a slice of life anime type thing, kind of in the realms of Love, Hina, and Tenchi Muyo.
They do have Star Wars anime. It's the Star Wars Visions series. Yeah, John Hollywood knows all this.
Yeah, but this. Specifically slice of life, like I said, Love Hina, Tenchi Muyo, Melancholy Haruhi Suzumiya, the ones where it's it's high school kids or whatever, then something fantastical happens.
Yeah.
Right? And but it's all set in the Jedi Training Academy.
Right.
And it's called A Grievous Life of Jedi Training. And the main character is General Grievous.
I like it. Well, I was going to go.
Showing how he tried to train to be a Jedi and then failed, and then he turned to the dark side
and became a robot man.
No, he was always a robot.
Oh, he was always a robot man.
Yeah, he was always a robot man. Okay. But he got upgraded, so he got extra arms because he couldn't do the tricks originally.
I was going to do a TV show called Star Wars, and it was all going to be about two shops in Mos Eisley that always trying to undercut each other. And Watto's there hey, why you try to bring it down on my prices? And the other guy's like, and he's like, I don't understand you.
And then at the end, they've always got that guy who hangs around with Jabba the Hutt that goes, Ewana Wanga.
Oh, I thought you meant the little thing.
The Salacious Crumb.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it wasn't him. I'm thinking of
the laugh track. It's a sitcom when he does the laugh track. It's just don't know, I dropped my fruits on the floor.
No, but then that can be diegetic, right? For anyone who doesn't know, diegetic means it's in the thing, right? So it could be diegetic. So at the end of every episode, it zooms out, and it's kind of like Gogglebox, where Salacious Crumb and Jabba the Hutt are watching the telly.
Star Wars Gogglebox, and Jabba's was like, ho, 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 ho,
yeah.
ho, ho.
So they're the two doing the laugh track. So at the end of every episode, it zooms out, and then they're both like. How Stan Lee used to do the commentaries at the beginning of Marvel things, where he's like, "Oh, I love Iron Man."
Yeah, it's gonna be this episode of Fantastic Four. Let's watch this.
Spider-Man fell off a cliff. Yeah, that'll do. Or whatever. Yeah, it's going to be like that, but it's going to be Jabba the Hutt and Salacious Crumb. So they have to subtitle. Yeah, they have to subtitle the entire thing because no, like the total languages.
Well, okay.
And then the series finale, it doesn't end because the Star Wars are solved.
Right.
Like the end of series 1 ends because like Jabba's watching this, and then Leia sticks a behind him and strangles him to death.
So he's watching it on the sail barge of Return of the Jedi.
And then the next,
that's a dark ending. PG show. Come on.
And then the next series is Darth Vader and
it's the
Emperor
Book of Boba
Palpatine.
Fett, and he's watching it instead.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna what, and then at the end he's watching it on his portable TV, and at the end he trips over and falls into the Sarlacc pit.
Sure, why not?
That's the endings. And then season 3, it's like Darth Vader and Emperor Palpatine that are watching it, so they're commenting on, and then at the end the Death Star explodes.
At the end of every season, the main commentators die.
Yeah.
What?
It'll keep it interesting.
Like,
and through the episodes, like they keep teasing as to whether they're gonna die or not. Where it's like, oh, is this the episode they're gonna go? And then like, because one of the seasons they get killed off mid-season, and everyone's like, oh my god, like that doesn't follow the formula. So
plot twist. Yeah.
So then they have like like that's it. Emperor Palpatine and Darth Vader, right? In their season, they get blown up halfway, right? And then the rest of it's done by one of those little cleany droids
with the little mouse toys.
Yeah. This is like beep, beep.
Well, that's certainly a strange TV show. Another strange TV show is Stranger Things. See, segues. With that show about to wrap up with one more final season, we thought we'd be closing the book on the Stranger Things forever. But apparently the creators, the Duffer Brothers, want money. I mean, want to keep flogging that dead horse. I mean, I've got a new TV show coming out. It's an animated spin-off. Yes, we are getting a Stranger Things animated show. And I've got a quote here from the Duffer Brothers. So what voice are we doing for them?
Does anyone want to give us a voice?
A what? E.T.
No.
No. We don't do E.T. on this show. Give me a voice. Anyone with a voice?
Oh God, which one was not Sean Connery? The other one of Bane's dads.
Roger Moore.
Roger Moore. Okay. There we go. That's a reference that no one will get.
We've always dreamed of an animated Stranger Things in the vein of a Saturday morning cartoon that we grew up loving, and to see this dream realized has been absolutely thrilling. We couldn't be more blown away with what Eric Robles and his team have come up with. The scripts and artwork are incredible, and we can't wait to share more with you. The adventure continues. ...
Yeah.
Money penny.
So we're gonna get Stranger Things. So
clearly
animated Demogorgons and animated David Harbors potentially.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
So clearly they're gonna make the Grievous life in what's the town called?
What is that?
A Grievous life in whatever the town's called.
What is the town called from Stranger Things? Hawkins,
yeah.
Yes.
A Grievous life in Hawkins, and then so it's all animated and it's all Stranger Things, but then the main character is General Grievous.
General Grievous. Oh God. Well, another animated show that Netflix are working on, which I was amazed when I saw this announcement. Not only are Netflix working on a Stranger Things animated series, they're also rebooting Scott Pilgrim as an animated series. And what's better yet is Edgar Wright is coming back to produce it, as is Brian Lee O'Malley, the creator of Scott Pilgrim. And the entire cast of the movie are coming back to play their respective roles in animation.
That's cool.
That's insane.
Yeah, that's great.
But unfortunately, it's also Edgar Wright going, I didn't do it right the first time. Let's do it this way.
Yeah. I do like the fact that they've got him and the creator of the comics.
Yeah,
and
I wonder if the animation style is going to look like the comic.
If it does, then
you've got to really, haven't you?
Yeah, that'd be perfect. Yeah. Like it'll be a Scott Pilgrim that I actually can regularly enjoy.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing it. Well, another thing that's coming is Legacy Pictures, the company behind movies such as The Dark Knight and Detective Pikachu, have picked up the rights to Street Fighter. We're getting yet another Street Fighter movie.
Of course.
Because, they make lots of money.
Yeah. No, I just want another M. Bison.
For you, it was the worst day of your life. For me, it was Tuesday. Yeah.
Oh, like I remember talking with Vicky about that film, and she says like because of how like it's one of those terrible but hilarious films.
Yeah.
Like, and she said like one of her favorite bits is where the bad guys, not M. Bison, but the guys underneath.
Cigar Vega.
Yeah. Like there's this truck coming at them through this TV, right?
Right.
And one of the guys goes, "Quick, change the channel!"
It's Zangief.
Yeah,
Zangief, yeah. That guy who plays Zangief, he played Leatherface in Texas Chainsaw 3.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyway, that's some trivia. The only time Street Fighter has ever worked is the Street Fighter 2 animated movie from the 90s. Anyone seen that movie? Yeah. It's fantastic. It is absolutely fantastic, and I would love to see that on screen in live action. Okay, speaking of other movies that are coming to the screen, pre-production is moving forward on Fantastic Four from Marvel's Cinematic Universe. Now, John Krasinski has been heavily rumoured to reprise the role of Reed Richards after his cameo in Doctor Strange 2, and it seems that actually the role will be filled by Kylo Ren himself, Adam Driver. He's potentially going to be Mr. Fantastic.
Yes, because that's what I think of when I think of Reed Richards, a very wide torso.
Well, it's stretched. For Sue Storm, the Invisible Woman, there were rumours rocking around this week that it was going to be Mila Kunis, but instead she seems to be in the role of Alicia Masters, who is the girlfriend of The Thing. And Paul's favourite, Jodie Comer, seems to be the one in the female lead. Now, the most interesting piece of casting news that came out is that the rumours are this week that Galactus will be the villain in the film, which I don't agree with.
Yeah, that seems a bit soon.
What is also weirder is that apparently playing Galactus will be Puss in Boots himself, Antonio Banderas.
What?
Yeah.
That seems...
I don't understand that casting at all.
I've come to eat your planet.
And he gets a big sword out, goes, shh, and puts a G on the world, you know what I mean?
God. That's going to be weird.
Galactus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's strange. Like, I liked... Oh, God.
The only way
which
I
of the
could
film
see
was
that
it?
happening is if Galactus is actually, in Eternals, you've got Celestial that's coming out to the Earth. What if that is actually Galactus? That would work for me. That makes it, because they'll have introduced him earlier.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But then it doesn't make sense why he's eating world and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I think it's far too soon for Galactus. You've got to build him up. He's got to be like your Thanos.
I'm guessing what the only reason that they've decided on Galactus is because they saw that the Transformers movie is introducing Unicron. And they were like, oh no, we need to keep up with the planet eating.
Well, Kevin Feige's wanted Galactus for a long time.
Yeah, true.
Way back when, before Disney owned Fox, some rights were coming up, and Kevin Feige said to Fox, "You can keep the X-Men and you can keep Daredevil if I can have Galactus and the Silver Surfer and someone else, I forget who."
Yeah.
And they said no. And then the rights lapsed anyway. He's got all his toys. So, but if we don't like Antonio Banderas, who do we see as Galactus? Yes, we're going to do bad impressions, and we're going to have them read a line that I created through ChatGPT as a quote from Galactus. So who do we want to play Galactus? The Rock.
Well, The Rock says this: Earthlings, heed my words. I am Galactus, devourer of worlds, and I have come to your planet in search of sustenance. Know that your role and your so-called heroes, the Fantastic Four, are no match for my cosmic might. Bow before me and offer your pro-world as tribute, or face annihilation if you smell what Galactus is cooking.
So there's that. Wasn't a great impression, but
you jabronis.
Yeah, you jabronis. Mr. Fantastic. Who is you think you are? It's me, Jedi Corner, as Galactus. I'm gonna eat all the ghosts.
I can see I can see ghosts, but it's not because I can see dead people. It's because you're all gonna be the ghosts. Nom nom nom.
And all the ghosts are around because they were there in the past. They're from history. Isn't that right, my new spirit companion, Mr. Rickards?
Yes. That is correct. That's now like his.
Like.
I know. I don't know what he sounded like.
Yes.
It's like the Silver That'd be great, though. The Silver Surfer is a ghost. Ghost Surfer. And then,
space.
Galactus is just like, Silver Surfer, are you there?
What's that?
Casper the Friendly Surfer.
It's the comic book crossover we never knew we wanted.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Staying on the topic of superheroes, the Flash movie screened its unfinished final cut at CinemaCon this week, and the reactions have been mixed, to say the least. A lot of people saying it's great. A lot of people saying it's not worth the hype. The movie does have the return of Ben Affleck and Michael Shannon as the DCEU Batman and Zod, respectively, and of course Michael Keaton's coming back as Earth 89's Batman. Director Andy Muschietti has spoken this week about cameos that were being cut since the original 4-hour-long assembly cut of the movie. These cameos included archival footage, obviously, of Linda Carter's Wonder Woman, Marlon Brando's Jor-El, and Burgess Meredith's Penguin and Cesar Romero's Joker from Batman 66. Now, if these are the ones that have been cut, who the hell stayed in that movie, do you think? George Clooney.
Yeah, George.
Just as himself, not even as Batman.
Arnold Schwarzenegger as Mr. Freeze.
Trying to steal the coffee pods out of someone's flat. And the Flash like, what are you doing?
Batman doesn't need this.
I want me Kenko. What's that? Danny DeVito as the Penguin, yes. And he's crawling out of a leather couch like in Always Sunny. And he's all like, because you've merged them with Burgess Meredith then as well. You see.
But I was going to say
that Schwarzenegger and Danny DeVito as Mr. Freeze and the Penguin. It's the team. Yeah. It's the twins team up we never got.
Yeah,
I like it.
We're
under the ice caps in our duck submarine.
Yeah. I was gonna
It's a duck marine.
It's a duck marine.
It's the duck bus that used to be in the Albert Dock. They're riding around in the duck bus.
Yeah. Our new plan is to take over Liverpool.
What about me? Can I be on your duck bus?
No, we've already got the old Bane.
That is a shame. Bane.
Yeah. I was going to say Poison Ivy would be in.
He's more of a conversationalist than you.
Yeah. I was going to suggest Poison Ivy, but then I realised that
Was that? There's only been one Poison Ivy on screen, live action. Well, if we're not counting Gotham, because that's crap.
So Uma Thurman.
Thurman, yeah.
Yeah. But I realised that Thingy isn't directing it. Oh, God.
Quentin Tarantino.
Yep, Quentin Tarantino.
Quentin Tarantino's The Flash. It's just 90 minutes of close-ups of his feet as he runs.
That's the reason that he wants to direct The Flash. It's just so he can constantly,
There
film
aren't enough
the feet.
superhero feet on telly. So okay,
Yeah.
Staying on bad superhero movies. We're getting a Kraven the Hunter movie. Now, I don't understand the reasoning behind this whatsoever. Why Sony seem to be adamant that supervillains are actually anti-heroes and are trying to give them their own movies. It's like Morbius. I suppose maybe he is an anti-hero in some respect. But Kraven is just an out-and-out villain. You know what I mean? I don't understand it. So
you know a villain that I want to see in a film.
Go on.
I want to see Sauron.
Sauron.
Yeah,
from Lord of the Rings.
No, not from Lord of the Rings. Sauron, the pterodactyl guy.
The pterodactyl dude.
Yeah,
from
because I want to see that scene in a film
where the panel.
Where it's like
you could use your scientific abilities to cure cancer. No,
I don't want to cure cancer. I want to turn people into dinosaurs.
Yes, exactly. This Kraven the Hunter movie. They showed a trailer at CinemaCon to attendees only. They confirmed that Aaron Taylor Johnson, his lead character, will be facing off against the Rhino in that movie. And it's expected to be an R-rated movie, so expect a 15 rating here in the UK for blood and violence. Now, we had Morbin time with Morbius. Will we have Kraven time for this movie?
If they don't do a sponsor ad with the cereal Crave, then they're doing it wrong.
Just eating chocolate-filled biscuits for breakfast.
It's like, I'm going to get that rhino, but only after I've eaten my crave. No. And that's his actual accent in the film. Like,
there's a prize at the bottom of the box.
Yeah.
It's Spider-Man. What are you doing in my cereal, Spider-Man? Oh, wait, no, it's just a spider.
Nom, nom, nom.
No.
Extra protein.
I've been craving this spider. Right, okay, what else is coming out?
Crave.
Okay, so Amazon a while back bought MGM Studios, you know, the one with the lion. And they're wasting no time in putting that IP to use because, among other titles, we're going to get new reboots of RoboCop and Stargate. Now, there's no word at the moment other than, about, what's going to be happening plot-wise or anything like that. Just that these things are happening. Now, given the fact that RoboCop failed in 2015, I believe the reboot was, and the massive oversaturation of Stargate TV shows, do we even want these movies to happen?
I mean, Stargate, depending what they do with it, could be interesting. RoboCop.
Is there anything that they can do with it that they haven't done on TV at this point?
I
mean, there's only so many times you can do Egypt in space.
Yeah, that's the only problem because they've explored most of that with
Atlantis.
Yeah. But with RoboCop, like if they lean more into the like cyberpunk-esque thing. Like I know I'm the woman that loves cyberpunk, but like if they lean into that, like especially like using it as a critique of like modern corporations and stuff like that, then there is potential.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I mean, so long as they look at the 2015 movie and go, okay, don't do that.
Well, considering the original RoboCop movie was from the 80s, technology's moved on massively since then. So to have a RoboCop who could be like Bluetooth, he can come out to the speakers in your car, move over, creep, pull over, all that. Or he's got access to the internet, so he wouldn't need this big spike thing in his finger anymore to plug in. His big USB finger.
Like when I'm saying cyberpunk, like he can have that as like the backup if he's wanting to like direct hack something, but otherwise he's just got like the info, the Terminator info scroll thing, kind of like that. Yeah.
So I just kind of. I mean, I just want him to look like the 80s RoboCop.
I do kind of like with you saying he's Bluetooth. He's like
big and bulky.
Move, Don. I'm having problems getting the Bluetooth to connect.
And I don't want him to be like my Alexa. Sometimes I say to it like, turn on the landing lights. I've got smart bulbs in my house. I go, Alexa, turn on the landing lights. I want RoboCop. Someone say like, RoboCop, shoot the bad guy. I'm sorry, I didn't understand.
I'm sorry, I didn't understand.
Yeah. But it's just like, I'm having trouble connecting to the internet. Doesn't matter, just run after him. He robbed me shop.
What? It's like the Alexa is like,
your move, creep. Do you want to hear a selection of fart sounds?
By the way, I can read audiobooks from Audible.
Yeah. You have the right to remain silent. Would you like me to tell you the joke of the day?
What is it? He's got ads that you can't skip for like 15 seconds.
Yeah, like you've got to get a RoboCop subscription. Otherwise,
RoboCop Plus or something.
Yeah,
RoboCop Prime directives. There you go.
Yeah,
there we go.
So he's like,
I'm going to arrest you.
Sponsored by Audible. Audible is an audiobook system. The criminal's like, I know, let me skip. I want to go to jail, just stop.
Which of these crimes would you like me to arrest you for? And it pops up on like a screen on his chest with like burglary, assault and all that. And it plays that music from YouTube, that ding, ding, bing, bing, in a little survey thing you have before videos. Yeah. But
I have a YouTube subscription, so I don't get those anymore. I've forgotten what.
That's why when I'm watching something big and, it's interesting, I'll watch it on the 50-foot net account.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Okay. Something big and interesting.
I was about to say something else, but thankfully I stopped myself.
The name, that's the name of your autobiography.
Yes, Mike Bell, big and interesting. So
on the back, it's got a picture of you next to a like one of those height charts.
Yes.
But the height chart.
What, the 50-foot net?
Yeah, exactly. The height chart's like exaggerated, so it's up to 50 feet, and you've got a tiny house next to you.
Yes. Okay, so I've got one last piece of actual news, then some speculation. So we mentioned last month that they are doing a live-action remake of How to Train Your Dragon,
Yep.
which makes no sense at all. But this week, insiders point to Jack Dylan Grazer, who was Freddie Freeman in Shazam, or Shazam, as I call it, and he was Eddie in Young Eddie from It. He seems to be taking on the role of Hiccup in live action. I looked it up this week. He's 19. How is he 19?
I mean,
he looks about 10 in It. And I understand that was some time ago. It was about 5 years or so. But yeah, he shouldn't be 19. It's not right.
Kids these days.
I know.
They get older.
I know. How dare time happen? And Joel Edgerton seems to be in talks to play his dad in the movie as well.
Okay.
And as I said there, I've got some speculation. And we can file this under X. Because during a interview on the On the Coast with Gloria Makarenko podcast, Chris Carter, creator of The X-Files, said that he was in talks with Black Panther director Ryan Coogler to reboot the series with a, quote, more diverse cast. Nothing more is known at this time. We don't even know if it's going to happen. But they've tried The X-Files without Mulder and Scully before, and it killed the show. So who knows if this will even happen. I mean, without Mulder and Scully, is it even The X-Files? Just do your own new show.
Well, I'm presuming, like, what they could do, like, if it again, it's one of those, you know, like the RoboCop, where they need to, because of the amount that technology and stuff has increased, they've got the opportunity to do that. But like you said, I think they'd be wrong to just get rid of Mulder and Scully, like, completely. Yeah. So it'd be a case of maybe Mulder and Scully are the ones running the X-Files section, and so they're taking the place of, like, the higher-ups or the cigarette-smoking man or whatever, and then then you've got the other cast sort of doing things. So it's
you've still got to have the core dynamic seems to be a skeptic and a believer. So I think you get whoever you want for your skeptic, but for your believer, you get chills.
Yeah.
I've got an X-File. We're going to Minnesota to search for the legendary Bigfoot. Every episode's just like that.
The intro to the episode, it's like it does the normal intro, and then he's the one that reads out like the episode number and title. Episode 15.
Washington, 9:52 p.m. Oh, there's a ghost, and it's spine-chilling. Ooh.
And he's... Well, like, his whole shtick is he carries around like a mini recorder, and he'll do this the entire time, while the skeptic's like, stop doing that!
Special Agent Chills, FBI.
Yeah.
He's just like that the entire time.
I'll be honest, that very much has, like, you know, Michael Jackson in Men in Black. I can be Agent M energy.
I'm Agent Chills.
God.
I like it. Okay, the only other thing I want to talk about this month is we went to pictures this week and we saw Evil Dead Rise.
Ooh.
Have you seen it?
No.
No. Okay, so I won't really go too much into spoilers, but I enjoyed the movie. It starts off slow. I will give it that. I mean, it does have a prologue, which is there to be like, oh, spooky things. But then it slows right down, and it becomes for the first, like, maybe third of the movie.
So, do you know what a book is?
It seems to become like traditional A24 Blumhouse type demonic possession stuff. But then once it kicks in, it's Evil Dead again, you know?
Nice.
And there's lots of references to other movies. Even literally the character names in that movie are all based on actors from previous movies. So you got a character called Beth, who's named after Embeth Davidtz from Army of Darkness. You've got a character called Bruce, obviously. You've got a character called Cassie, who's based on Cassie Wesley, who played Bobby Joe in Evil Dead 2. So everyone's named after someone. There's a Dan, who's based after Danny Hicks, who was Jake in Evil Dead 2. So everyone's named after someone.
Yeah. So you can tell it's made by people who absolutely love Evil Dead.
Yeah, there's a hidden Bruce Campbell audio Easter egg. He is in the movie if you know where to listen. And yeah, it gets
Is
good.
there the car?
No, the car is not in the movie, but there is a good Easter egg related to the car, which you can actually see in the trailer, if you know what you're looking for. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I don't think it's the best Evil Dead movie by any stretch. It does a nice job of tying the all of the franchise together, including the reboot. It tries to put them all into one universe, which is interesting.
Sounds like they had Josh as a consultant.
Well, speaking of Josh, his book is available now. If anyone wants to buy it, Timelines of Terror is available on Amazon. You can buy that there.
Ooh.
I am actually wearing right now. I don't know if you notice. You won't be able to see this.
Last Amityville movie shirt.
Yes, I am wearing my cast T-shirt of the last Amityville movie.
Nice.
Got sent that this week, so I was very happy. So that's all the news that I've got. We're going to move on now because we don't have Paul here, so there's not going to be a Doctor Who section.
Doctor
Who
aborted.
So we're just going to move straight into any other business. So Amara, give us a sounder for any other business. Any other business. Okay, I've only got one piece of any other business news, and then we got something a little bit fun. For any other business, so this is from Engadgets.com. When a highly anticipated set of Magic the Gathering cards leaked on YouTube last week, it's hard to imagine that anyone would have guessed that the internet would end,
this is.
Yeah, would end in the involvement of one of the world's most infamous private security firms in the world. But that's exactly what happened after YouTuber Old School MTG uploaded an unboxing video featuring a collection of March of the Machine, the Aftermath booster packs. If you're not familiar, Aftermath is an upcoming 50-card Magic the Gathering set released on May 12th. It's billed as a supplement to the game's March of the Machine expansion, which has been available since April 21st. Predictably, Old School MTG's unboxing video was all anyone in the Magic community could talk about in recent days, and based on Wizard of the Coast reaction, it's safe to say that their video also irked the Hasbro-owned publisher.
Yep.
Over the weekend, Old School MTG uploaded another video, this time entitled The Aftermath of the Aftermath, Everything Had Gone. Basically, what happened is the company that owns Magic the Gathering, they called in the Pinkertons. Now, if you don't know what the Pinkertons are, you should play Red Dead Redemption, because they're in that. But it's basically the oldest private security firm in the world, or in America at the very least.
To give you an idea of the kind of things that they've done, they've murdered miners. Miners as in, like, mining people, not kids.
Again, PG show. So,
I'm just giving them context.
Yes, yeah. So basically, they were like old school bounty hunters, and now they're like a private detective agency. So after recovering the League Magic the Gathering set, including the empty boxes and wrappers, the Pinkertons put Old School MTG in touch with a Wizard of the Coast representative who was very apologetic about making my wife cry, according to Old School MTG. Basically, they went out and grabbed this guy.
Apparently they took some of his own possessions as well.
Yeah. So, I mean, the leak is out there right now. There's nothing more that you can do. But they said to basically to apologise for them being a bit heavy-handed. Wizards of the Coast have offered to send them free products as compensation for what happens. And his YouTube viewership has also doubled since the original video went up.
Yeah.
So the lesson that we've learned there is leak stuff online before it comes out, and you'll get more free things.
Well, I mean, to be fair, the company hopefully has learned that anyone publicly admitting to hiring the Pinkertons is a bad look.
Seems to be, yes. And again, I've played Red Dead. The Pinkertons are not nice people.
No, they're not.
Right. So one thing I do have now is I've got something for Doug. I don't know if Doug's around.
Where's Doug? Doug.
Is Doug around?
Douglas.
Oh, well, I can't. I'm stuck at a desk right now, so I can't find him.
Douglas.
He might be outside. I'm not too sure.
What? You're going to get him?
We're just filling time right now. Andy's going to get him for us. Where is he? Where are you, Doug? I think he is outside. Possibly. Yes. Well, here he is. Here he is. Okay, so I've got something for you in this segment of the show. If you've got like a minute or two, I want to read you a little something. Okay. So I asked ChatGPT to write a story for you for the 1 year anniversary of Geek Retreat Warrington. Okay, so if we're all ready, are we all sitting comfortably? Then I'll begin. Doug was deep in concentration as he and his group of Dungeons & Dragons players battled their way through a treacherous dungeon when the door of Geek Retreat Gaming Cafe burst open. He looked up to see a disheveled-looking man enter the cafe. The man's eyes darted around the room, taking in the various gaming tables and the customers hunched over them. Doug watched as the man's hand tightened around a small object he was holding tightly in his fist. Goosh. As Doug continued his game, He couldn't shake the feeling that something was not right. He kept glancing up at the man, who was now muttering to himself in a low, incomprehensible voice. Suddenly, the man's eyes locked onto Doug's, and Doug felt a chill run down his spine. Before he could do anything, the man's body began to contort and twist in an unnatural way. His skin stretched and his limbs lengthened until he was no longer human. He had transformed into a monster with long, sharp claws and a row of razor-sharp teeth. The monster let out a terrible roar and charged towards the nearest group of customers who were engrossed in a game of Pokemon. They scrambled to their feet, knocking over their chairs and cards in panic. Doug knew he had to act fast to protect his customers. He sprang into action, grabbing a nearby shotgun that he kept hidden in case of emergencies.
It's not an AI story if there's not a shotgun.
That's right. As the monster lunged towards him, he took aim and fired. The shotgun blast hit the monster square in the chest, and it stumbled backwards with a deafening screech. But the monster was not defeated yet. It quickly recovered and charged towards Doug once again. Doug had no choice but to take a calculated risk. He drew his trusty set of Magic the Gathering cards and began to cast spells one after the other, each one more powerful than the last. The monster was no match for Doug's magic, and after a few moments it lay defeated on the floor. The customers at the cafe were grateful, were in shock as they watched the scene unfold before them. They were grateful to Doug for saving their lives and spoke of the incident in hushed tones for weeks afterwards. Mike, Amara, and Paul, the hosts of the Attack of the 50 Foot Nerds podcast, who just arrived at the cafe, witnessed the whole thing and were amazed by Doug's heroism. They quickly got to work on a special episode of the podcast, which featured Doug's incredible story.
And that's this story here.
From that day on, Doug became a legend in the gaming community. His bravery and quick thinking had saved countless lives, and his skills in both gaming and magic had earned him the respect of his customers and peers. The Geek Retreat Gaming Cafe flourished under his management, and Doug continued to welcome customers with his trademark enthusiasm and energy. And whenever anyone asked him about that fateful day, he simply smiled and said... It's
just another day at the office, really.
There we go.
Hey.
So, yes.
Thank you so
So
much.
if
That was
anyone-
amazing. Cheers.
So if anyone wondered what happened before we started recording on the podcast, that's what happened.
Yes. So, while
It's
you're
a
here,
true
Doug,
story.
I just want to say congratulations on 1 year of Geek Retreat.
Oh, thank you so much,
And,
guys.
yeah, we love coming here every month to
We
do
love
the
having
show,
you here,
and
you know
we're
that.
very happy that,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. 50 Foot Nerds, guys. Make some noise. How cool are these guys? Woo!
So
Cool.
that's all we've really got for this month, considering there's obviously, a midday show. Wanted to just do a short show just to, just for everyone who was here. And again, just to say thank you for
It's
having
like the
us
first
along.
one in ages I'm actually going to have to listen back to because I've been so
I know you've
busy.
been busy. I know.
Yeah.
I get it, mate. I get it. But yeah, no. Again,
And I didn't swear.
congratulations. No. Congratulations
Douche.
on 1 year of
That's your
Geek Retreat
PG.
Warrington.
And he got to say,
It's okay. So if you liked what you've heard today, then you can come and see us. We are here on the last Sunday of every month. As I say, our next show will be on May the checks calendar 28th.
should be.
So we will see you all then. Normally we do a section called Beyond the 50 Foot Nerds where we do like an audience Q&A, but that's not going to happen today.
No, it's a bit.
Go on.
It's a bit busy.
Yeah, it's a little bit busy. So yeah, if you like what you've heard, again, we are available on all good podcast platforms. You can buy T-shirts and cups and shower curtains if you want over at tinyurl.com/50footstore, or become a patron for just £1 a month over at patreon.com/50footnerds. That's 50FT Nerds. Okay, so until...
Is it? Or is the Patreon... Oh, yeah.
No, actually, no, that's not right. That's not right.
I was going to
It's
say...
not. It should be FIFTYFTOTNERDS. I do apologise. I need to get that fixed.
You do.
I do. So, yes, until next time then, I just want to say I love coming here every month to do the show with you, with Paul, with Doug, obviously. Big, again, congratulations to Doug and all the staff here for having 1 year of the store.
I'm feeding my Yu-Gi-Oh addiction.
Yes. You ought to be for Yu-Gi-Oh.
Yeah. The Yu-Gi-Oh mistress.
You're the Yu-Gi-Oh what?
The Yu-Gi-Oh mistress.
Yes. Okay, so until the end of May, then we'll be doing a proper show where I can get angry and swear about stuff. I've been Mike Bell.
And I've been General Grievous.
Until next time, we'll see you on that goggle box in a galaxy far, far away.
Until Jabba the Hutt dies, anyway.
As Mr. Rickards says, geek out!
If you've enjoyed the nerdom in your ears, then why not follow us on Twitter at 50footnerds. You can follow Mike at Mike G. Bell, Amara at @Voltsevexoth and @Amara Lunera, and Paul is on @AutonScouser. Our website is 50footnerds.co.uk. That's FIFTYFOOTNERDS.co.uk. You can find all of our YouTube content at video.50footnerds.co.uk or search youtube.com/50footnerds. All of our episodes are archived over at bit.ly/50footnerdsarchive. That's 50FTNERDS archive. You can like us on Facebook, facebook.com/Attack of the 50 Foot Nerds. Email us at 50footnerds@gmail.com or join our Patreon at patreon.com/50footnerds. If you'd like to buy our merchandise, you can visit us over at tinyurl.com/50footstore. That's 50FT store. All of these links and more are available at our Linktree page. That's linktr.ee/50footnerds. FIFTYFOOTNERDS.